Today was supposed to be like a nice, easy, quiet day at work, a nice Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. I was going to come in. I had to go to the dentist, and suddenly I got a text. My phone blew up. I fell out of bed. Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard. I didn't have that on my 2022 bingo card. I mean, frankly, I didn't really have anything. You never know what's going to happen. But I just wanted to hash this out. We just wrapped the Game Ranks video, and I think there's a little bit more to dive into here. So if you've been living under a rock today, or just not being online, which good for you. Microsoft is acquiring Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. This is going to be a long-term thing. It's a publicly traded company, so it's a drawn-out process. 2023 is probably going to be when it goes down, and that is a lot of money. $68.7 billion is like inconceivable. You ever see like money and get scared? Like you ever I've seen $1,000 in cash and I go, oh my God, that's crazy. So like I can't even picture, I can't even imagine $1 million, let alone 6.6, I can't even say it, $68.7 billion. Honestly, that's an amount of money that I think most people can't conceive of, just like a very select few. It's a wild thing, and I think where it's going is kind of all over the place. I am torn. I don't know. It's weird, man, because if you think about it, on the one hand, like gaming is getting bigger and bigger, right? This is not only the biggest gaming acquisition, but it's also Microsoft's biggest acquisition, which is insane. Microsoft spends a lot of money on a lot of things. They have their toes in a lot of different pies. Why do I keep talking about pies in my videos? But gaming is massive. Like, it's bigger than anything, and it keeps growing, and we have these crazy acquisitions like this. But like, as it's getting bigger, it's getting more consolidated, and that's what I'm not super into. You know, I don't want all of my favorite things to be owned by one company. I think a lot of people who happen to like both Star Wars and Marvel Comics can kind of know like that feeling. Like it's just a little bit, I don't know. You know, if you're somebody who's just like a happy consumer and you don't really read into anything and you just, you know, for you, it's like whatever. It is very much feeling like it's like Microsoft and really Tencent that are just like vacuuming up, swallowing up all of the properties, all of the brands, all of the companies, all of the gaming wealth. And it's weird. You know, I'm not going to get political, but like the conversation of economics and economic philosophies often does. And this is capitalism. This is what can go down. On the positive side, I think the bright side is that it could potentially be good for Activision Blizzard employees. Of course, they've been in the headlines a lot recently for allegations and workplace issues. Bobby Kotick, according to most recent reports, people with insider knowledge are suggesting that once the deal is done, he is going to be out, or he's going to leave. And yes, that technically means he is taking a shit ton of money and, you know, leaving. But Microsoft, at least from what I have seen publicly, but also from what I have heard speaking to people, is that they have it figured out in terms of personnel and, you know, workplace happiness and supporting studio cultures. It seems like so far with the Bethesda acquisition, they are still very much letting Bethesda do their thing. They're just making games how they want. So I do expect to see that continue here, but hopefully maybe it can get a little better for employees, not only from the workplace stuff, but really also the resources. I talked about this with Bethesda and Xbox in terms of them just having seemingly infinitely more money to work on stuff, which is still crazy because you think they have more money than God, because Activision Blizzard has Call of Duty, you know, which always is like the top selling game. So whatever, but like I look at it as maybe with Xbox and with them wanting to have a lot of cool different studios under their belt making different types of games, maybe now they can kind of revert what Activision Blizzard has been doing with certain companies or certain developer teams here, where they used to make cool, different, weird games for Activision Blizzard, and then suddenly they were just lumped into supporting the next Call of Duty game or what have you. Like I'm talking Treyarch, High Moon Studios, Vicarious Visions, even though Vicarious Visions, like I think they are just totally absorbed now. It would be nice for those people, Beanox, Toys for Bob, those types of things, to work on cool projects and not just be working on the next Call of Duty. That's wishful thinking. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. But what does this mean for Tony Hawk? What does this mean for Tony Hawk? What does this mean for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon? Like, they own a lot of stuff. So, hi, of course, the Tony Hawk guy here. Like, what are we doing to my Tony Hawk? But seriously, the big question on everybody's mind is exclusivity, And last time, I'm not gonna I showed my ass a little bit on the exclusivity because I was kind of playing the wait and see. I don't know, guys. I don't know if they're going to go full exclusive. They spent all that money. I thought maybe they wanted the revenue streams from the multi-platform games, but it turns out they didn't. I thought they couldn't pass up having Skyrim or Elder Scrolls or whatever on every platform bringing in money. No, they wanted to play it just for them for exclusivity. Starfield, Elder Scrolls, going to be Xbox PC exclusives. So here, I think the conversation is where I'm falling now. I don't want to decide either way because I don't know. Honestly, I'd be surprised either way it goes. People will still say, of course they spent all that money. It's going to be exclusive. They want to build up Game Pass and stuff like that, which side note, they also announced here, and I think it's of note, Game Pass hit 25 million subscribers, which is pretty big. They could make it all exclusive, but I've seen reports suggesting that it might not be the case. It is worth pointing out that there's a report with Bloomberg that states that Microsoft plans to keep making some of Activision's games for PlayStation consoles, but it'll keep some content exclusive to Xbox. So we don't know for sure what that means. Maybe that is them keeping bigger stuff like Call of Duty multi-platform. Again, I could still just be showing my ass here and they just want to go all exclusive and just have it all for them. There's been a lot of statements and stuff. I mean, their original press release says Activision Blizzard games are enjoyed on a variety of platforms and we plan to continue to support those communities moving forward. Bobby Kotick in an interview with VentureBeat also said, and I think they have given us repeated assurances that our content will be available on as many devices as possible. So whatever, either way, let's see what happens. I'm not into the console war stuff. I am always concerned about player choice though. And again, the consolidation stuff is kind of tricky and weird, but and not to shill for Game Pass. I'm just, the kind of undeniable value of it is that if you have Game Pass, this is probably going to work out nice for you. Full disclosure, I have Game Pass. I am not just an Xbox person by any means. I play a lot on PC. I was also born and raised a Sony boy, so I'm kind of all over the place. I don't really have an allegiance or anything like that, but my question really is when is Game Pass going to go up? When's the price going to go up? Netflix, I feel like they raise the price all the time, and I'm always Jesus Christ, how much am I paying for Netflix? Game Pass has to go up at some point, right? With them spending insane amounts of money like this. Then, of course, there's the less sexy part that people don't want to talk about. It's mobile gaming. The fact that they have King and Candy Crush. That's big as well. And if they handle it right, they can make a ton more money in the mobile games market, which Xbox isn't really in so much. So you have that working with xCloud and all of Xbox's resources and Game Pass. It seems like it's a perfect storm for, I don't know, just this monster. It's wild. I didn't expect Xbox to go this route. I'm not necessarily woohoo, because they did it. But I'm hoping maybe now Activision Blizzard stuff will get better. I hope maybe we get more traditional Blizzard games that are good and more often. I don't know, dude. Anything could happen here. And it's early. This is the first take of something that is a process that's going to take a while. The whole thing has to go through. It has to not get in trouble by antitrust laws and the feds and stuff like that. The whole setup, the whole acquisition has to happen. Then we have to see actually what happens with Bobby Kotick, who is going to report to Phil Spencer and Xbox, but is he going to stick around or is he going to take the check and bounce? And then those leadership changes. It's a lot. And we might not really see the full effects of this for a couple of years. But that's just me. Just wanted to throw some words out there. I don't always talk news, but sometimes it's just so interesting and weird. And I like yapping about this stuff. So thank you for clicking on me. I know everybody made a video about this today. So if you clicked on me, I genuinely appreciate it. I do want to hear what you're thinking though, with this exclusivity. Everyone's going to say yes or no to exclusivity. Where do you fall? But looking at that aside, looking at, not the console war side, but competition side, where do you fall with these companies gobbling up things? What do you think Sony is thinking? I think they're just doing their own thing. And that's the thing when you think about it, right? When this happens and you hear people like me or people online, they're like, oh, wow, well, I bet what is Sony doing right now? Who doesn't give a shit? Nintendo. Nintendo's just doing whatever. Anyway, I do want to know what you think about that, where this could go, the exclusivity thing. Have you ever seen or encountered $1 million? Let me know in the comments. But again, like I said, thanks for being here, clicking on me and my dumb ass. I appreciate it. I am not smart. I am not a financial advisor or stock or tech guy. I don't know. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm Jake Baldino. Subscribe because video games, pizza's on me.